Believers and unbelievers are not two clearly separate groups like two soccer teams. The playing field for the contest between belief and unbelief is within each individual human heart and human mind. When talking to atheists, one often discovers that many of them do not reject the God of our faith, but instead they repudiate their own notion of God, which is actually a caricature of God that they themselves have created or uncritically borrowed from others. When many atheists tell me what a God they don't believe in looks like, I'm obliged to respond, "Thanks God that you don't believe in such a God. I too do not believe in such a God. Such a God truly does not exist. Thanks God." The chief antithesis and opponent of belief is not atheism, but idolatry. The only real opponent of belief is that type of atheism that is inconsistent. In place of God, it places another God, an idol, and it becomes idolatry. There are as many kinds of belief as there are believers, and as many types of unbelief as there are unbelievers. There is one type of atheism, however, that truly deserves our respect and understanding. I refer to people who have been wounded by evil, injustice, and suffering. Some of them say, "I'd like to believe in God, but I'm not able to trust. Life seems tragic and absurd to me." Others react to the fact of evil by protest and are allergic to the very word God. I think that an atheist who protests against God is actually closer to God than an atheist, someone who is apathetic and indifferent to God and religion. Even protest against God is a form of communication with God. There are atheists who suffer from the silence and hiddenness of God. I'm convinced that it would be an enormous mistake to confront such people with rational arguments in the favor of believing God. They need to be shown that believers share similar experiences to their own, that believers also know moments of God's hiddenness and silence. Believers and atheists gaze the same cloud that conceals the mountain of God's hiddenness. They simply look at it from different perspectives. If faith is not an ideology but a journey, then there are sections of the route when believers have to walk in the darkness of night and traverse deserts. Even Jesus' story includes that moment of Good Friday when the Son of God himself experienced abandonment by God. Chesterton wrote that Christianity is the only one religion in which God seemed for an instant to be an atheist. Experience of God's hiddenness is an inner moment of the drama of faith. We cannot overcome atheism of that kind except by embracing it. The atheist wounded by suffering does not need our arguments, but our solidarity, understanding, and embrace. Only when we take seriously the pain and darkness of Good Friday may we hope, then others will take seriously our hope in the light of the Easter morning.